Hey guys, I'm Eddie with Suncoast Custom Pools. Today we are here to do a pre-site. Pre-site inspection is coming out to assess the job, see what type of equipment we need to come in here with in order to start the dig excavation, and also to check the surroundings to make sure there's no surprises as far as underground utilities that are marked, property lines, neighbors' homes, things like that. We want to try to do a full evaluation as we come out here to these inspections. So as we're coming through on this inspection, this is our pinch point right here. We've got permission to rub up against these bushes, so typically I'm going to take it from the farthest thing out, which is this downspout, even though it can come off. And we've got roughly about 6 feet to play with in here. And over here we've got another water hose bib right here that we want to check that, just to make sure my guy, when he comes through here, it's not like, hey, we don't have enough room to get around this. So we got 6 feet, and I got to hold it off just a few inches just to give us clearance. So the next thing we're going to do out here is we're going to evaluate to see how much space we have for our dirt excavation. Typically that dirt pile could be anywhere from 7 feet wide to 15 feet wide, depending on the size of the pool and the depth of the pool. So right now between this fence, close to about 12 feet, which should be fine for our dirt pile. If it was an existing fence they weren't taking down, then of course what we'd want to do before we came in here for excavation, just to avoid any damage, we put some silt fence up across the back to make sure the fence doesn't get damaged. All right, fellas, so the next thing we're looking for is our equipment set location. So right now, with the electrical being right here, this would be the most obvious spot to set our electrical. Although even with a single-story house, you have the luxury of being able to put it on either side of the house. I typically will go with the side where the electrical's at. It makes everything a lot easier. Most of our equipment pads that we set are between 8 and 10 feet long and about 3.5 to 4 feet wide. So the next thing we're looking for is utility lines. No digs will come out to all our jobs to mark and locate utilities. It's important for us to know where these things are at, so as we're excavating the pool, that we're not running into something that is underground. Okay, so some of the other things we are doing out here when we do our pre-site excavation is we're also looking to check to see how our elevations are going to work out. Every pool is different, every house is different as far as how the yard slopes in the back. So this is where I start at right here. It's always going to be at the threshold. That allows me to decide what we're going to do with the pool, if we're going to bring it up or if we're going to have it down a little bit, or what kind of room we have to play with. Most thresholds have a 4-inch threshold. This one, as you can see, is zeroed out at the threshold. So that tells me this is gonna be the standing elevation for us to match to the pool. Yeah, some of these things aren't seen until you're out here on the site. So that's what we're here for, is to kind of catch these things. So if we need to make adjustments to the build as we're going, we can do that. When we are coming up to the job site, a lot of times before I even make it to the back to start evaluating, assessing the pre-site, what I want to do is out here is I want to check the surrounding road. If they have a sidewalk, we want to check that. We want to take pictures and make sure that we've taken note and recorded anything that might already be damaged. This ensures that there are no conflicts at the end of the project. Pre-site inspection lays the groundwork for a successful pool build. Without it, you will find yourself running into all kinds of issues. We like to do the pre-site at least a couple of days, if not a week, before we come out on site to begin the excavation.